Buenas noches or good evening, señoritas y señoritos. Tonight, I am going to speak about a topic that is very important to me, that is very important to nation building, and that is very important to how the country is shaping up, where the country is going, and where it had come from, and what direction we are going. I will be talking about the role of the fourth state, of the media in nation building, their sacrifices, their shared values, and their endeavor to show love for the country by exposing graft and corruption, by exposing the ills in the government, and they sacrifice everything for this, especially their material benefits, because many of them, unlike broadcaster, they have continuously forge on. They rage against the dying of the light. Ito po yung mga colleagues ko, na mga idol ko po. Kasi I was once like them. I was once an investigative, a multi-awarded investigative journalist of the Philippine Daily Inquirer. But then po, I also ventured into businesses way back in Zamboanga City before I joined the Inquirer. And later on, I went into the automotive restaurant in SM and eventually food manufacturing and public relations, and then political strategy businesses. So I've worn so many hats. I reinvented myself so many times that sometimes I tend to forget that I was once an investigative journalist, and I once shared the value, the sacrifices of my colleagues. And I'm talking about my colleagues, the few elite members of the McLuhan Fellow created by the Canadian Embassy and by the Canadian government. Ito po yung mga awardees who really contributed a lot to nation building with their investigative reports. Sa case ko po, I was the first awardee in 2017 po. Oh no, 1997, I was the first awardee because of my expose in the pork barrel scam involving congressmen and senator. Because of my expose po, they nearly sued us for 1 billion in libel damage against the Philippine Daily Inquirer. And because of our expose po, na-reform yung pork barrel program until eventually na-declare ito illegal ng Supreme Court. Although ngayon, pinalitan lang nila yung pangalan, bumalik na naman. Pero ngayon po, at least better implemented na. Wala na yung mga ghost project talaga. Wala na yung mga project na hindi nako-contribute for nation building. Hanggang ngayon po, tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang reforma sa pork barrel na yan. Hindi pa rin noon. Before I exposed it in 1997, grabe po, parang sa kanila na lang talaga yung pera. As shown by later on by the Napoles pork barrel scam, the Janet Lim Napoles scam. So, naghahanap po sila ng iba-ibang strategy. So, at yung media po continuously working to expose them. So, I'm happy po that in 1997, the Canadian Embassy created the McLuhan Award. Ito po yung award na binibigay po sa mga journalista who excelled in investigative reporting that eventually it changed the course of the country. So karamihan po ng mga kasamahan ko, na mga awardees, they really risk their lives to expose the ills, the incompetence, and the graft and corruption, massive graft and corruption, like the pork barrel scam we exposed in 1997 po, that also earned us the uh, CMMA, Catholic Mass Media Award, and also the much coveted Inquirer Awards for investigative journalism. Pero po, may premium po talaga itong Marshall McLuhan Fellowship for Excellence Award in Journalism, because it also involves us immersing in the Canadian media culture, and where we are exposed, in my case, in Canadian Academe, the Marshall McLuhan Fellowship Program in the University of Toronto, where I also gave speeches, and the University of British Columbia in Vancouver, and also the University of Regina, and as well as we were exposed to how the media is being run, how in media agencies in Canada. So that was a very important milestone po kay Vlogcaster, na minsan nakakalimutan ko na po because mas busy ako ngayon later on naging busy po ako sa negosyo, because yun na po ang problema kasi if you stick like my colleagues, like my fellow Marshall McLuhan awardees, they are really sacrificing until now everything to tell the truth, everything to fight fake news. Hindi po sila nag-engage in environmental journalism, hindi po sila nagtatanggap ng bribe, hindi po sila nadadala sa threat ng mga opisyalis ng gobyerno, and hindi po sila, they don't go for, hindi sila nasisilaw sa material things. So they have kept the faith. While ako po, syempre, I want to have the best of both worlds. So eventually, after retiring from the Inquirer in 2007, I put up many businesses po to add to our businesses we have been engaging in for the last 30 years po. So, but my colleagues, they have remained true to their faith, true to their calling. Kasi ang tingin ko po sa pure journalism na walang halong bias, walang halong agenda, personal agenda, hindi nagpapaayo sa mga politiko, hindi nadadala sa takot. Parang kasama po ito sa yung vow of three vows po sa pagkapari, kasi ex-seminarian rin po ako. Vow of chastity, obedience, and poverty. So sila po, hindi naman sila nagbabow of chastity, but nagbabow sila of obedience po for the truth, and nagbabow po sila for poverty po, yung sacrificing everything. Many of them could have enriched their lives kung tumanggap sila ng mga bribes sa mga politician na ayaw ituloy nila yung mga investigative reports nila laban sa mga politicians. But they rejected that, and hindi sila po nasilaw sa pera. So I would like to acknowledge all of them po, na mga awardees, my fellow awardees, and there are just 24 of us, dahil yung iba po na nanalo twice sa award na ito. And after me po, ito po yung mga ibang awardees, and later on po ipe-play ko po yung may video program ginawa sa mga awardees. So ito po ay sila illustrious journalists. Some of them you have heard their names already. Si Miss Sheila Israel, I think she won twice kasi yearly award po ito. Sheila Israel, Vina Dating Ginoo, Luz Rimban, Madiosa Labiste, si Miss Cheche Lazaro, Ellen Tordesillas, Tess Bacalla, Glenda Gloria, Linda Humilla Abalos, Yvonne Chua, Carol Arguillas from Mindanao, Gigi Grande ng ABS-CBN, Miriam Grace Go, Ed Lingao, Inday Espina Barona, Eileen Manggubat, Joseph Morong, Jeff Canoy, Patricia Evangelista, and Christian Esguera. Ang latest po ata dito si Carmina Constantino. She's the 2022 awardee po. 2022 awardee, pero she received the award this year. So 2023 awardee na nga. So yun po, those are the fellows, the McLuhan fellows na very select group of journalists who study, who endeavor to engage in pure, unadulterated, honest, and life-changing, patriotic form of journalism po in the country. And I doff my hat to all of them po. Kasi unlike them, I don't want to take the vow of obedience for journalism. That's why, and I also love to engage in business. I like the kill. I like the feeling na my company bags a big contract, in PR contract, or selling a big car with big commission, or yung mga restaurant businesses ko po. So, I strayed a little from that self-sacrificing course of action that my colleagues are still doing, and I really admire all of them po. And lastly po, I would like to give thanks to the Canadian Embassy. Nung we had a gathering po, and they invited all of us last week po, last March 1, and we are so happy that we were welcomed by Canadian Ambassador David Bruce Hartman, and nandun rin po yung guest of honor ng Canadian Embassy po, si Canadian Prime Minister of International Development na si Honorable Harjit Sajjan, na member din po ng Parliament, and especially po, and we will brag about her later on, I also met ito po si very young member of Parliament and the pride of the Philippines. Siya po si Miss Valdez, member of Parliament Valdez po, na we will be featuring her in our blog later on. And I met her po, na she's representing the Mississauga Streetsville District sa Ontario po. And she ran under the party, Liberal Party po of Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. And she won the federal election last September 20. Yan, oo. So, thank you very much. And also Mr. Carlo Figueroa, who gathered all of us. Itong si Carlo, colleague ko rin ito dati sa media. Now, he's the public relations man, or media relations head ng Canadian Embassy. And thank you, Carlo. Yearly po ginagawa ito, kaya lang na-disturb po nung nagka-COVID, nagka-lockdown. So, ito po. This is, I'm sharing to you because I'm happy to recall all the good memories as an investigative reporter. And ngayon po, na-retired na ako sa business. Although may business pa ako ng konti, pero semi-retired na po. I'm happy that I'm using all my skills in investigative journalism and all the discipline and all the values po I shared with this honorable, and I'm very honored to be part of this group, the creme of the Philippine media, the movers and shakers, and I'm now living true to the faith po. Bumabalik na po ako sa ginagawa ko noon, and that is to engage in investigative journalism in a limited way dito sa blog ko po, sa Vlogcaster Armandin. Dito po hindi tayo nadadala sa pananakot, hindi po tayo nadadala sa bribe, and we are giving truthful and honest news and views, and that is the training that the Marshall McLuhan Fellowship for Excellence in Journalism gave me. So thank you very much, Canadian Embassy, for putting up this program all the way in 1997, all the way back 25 years ago. Matanda na tayo. Thank you to the great host, Ambassador David Bruce Hardman, Member of Parliament and Canada's Minister of International Development, Honorable Harjit Sajan, and Member of Parliament Valdez po. We will blog about her soon. So thank you very much for joining me in this blog and having a peep or a view of my past life as an investigative journalism, and also my tribute to the great journalists that without whose contributions to nation building mas nagkahetot-hetot na po talaga tayo. We would have gone to the dogs if not for their help in nation building by practicing truthful, true, and honest journalism. So thank you very much, my fellow McLuhan awardees, my fellows in the McLuhan Awards. Thank you very much for your contribution to nation building. So again po, as usual, don't forget to subscribe to the Vlogcaster Armandin YouTube channel in Facebook and in YouTube. And I'll be seeing you in my next vlog. Mucho y mas gracias.